You're listening to the Bantering Bose Show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bose fans, it's your boy Brian, and today's show is brought to you by the Bantering Bose Amazon page. Please do all your shopping using the Amazon tab on thebanteringbose.com. It is the best way to support the show, and it doesn't cost you a penny extra. Thank you for all your support, and now, on with the show.
Come on, kid, we're not out of the woods yet. Here they come.
Hey, hi!
What?
Why do they call them TIE fighters?
No idea.
พวกมึงจะตายกูจะฆ่าพวกมึงกับปืนอวกาศ They're coming too fast!
Nickel for every time I've had that problem. Just keep shooting, Luke.
Bradley, you have a nickel for every time you said that, buddy?
I was about to say about you, but there, buddy.
Hey.
No full experience.
Okay, then.
I see what you're trying to do. I'm going to knock it right back at you.
I can't compete with it. I'm too tired. I'm in a rush, so we just got to get going here.
Mm-hmm. Cue the music.
This is the Bantering Bose Show. Brian Thomas, the movie buff. From movie news and reviews to the most useless movie facts you don't need to know. Brian is the true connoisseur of Hollywood. Brad Beals, the video game guru. From the latest trending gaming reviews to highlights of the best games you're not playing. There's a reason we call him Game Genie. James Revere, the sports fanatic. From game recaps to stats to insight on the latest sports controversies. Move over, Bob Costas. JR will run you over. And now, here are your hosts, the Bose.
Welcome, everyone, to the Bantering Bose Show. I am your host, Brian Thomas, and joining me, as always, is the rest of the Bose, Mr. James Revere.
Red October standing by.
And Mr. Bradley Beals.
Simply Red, standing by.
This is the show where we banter about the latest news and hot topics in video games, sports, and movies, and then banter about them. Well, pretty much everything, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, here's your nickel there, buddy, for that.
Thank you. Slight format change in there as well, too.
Slight format. You were just like, look, we got another one today. Everything's been cool, so we need to do something. Well, Force Friday happened, so Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, why not Star Wars? Yeah.
It's coming up quickly. I'm going to tell you right now, come around like December time, Christmas season, there's no way you're going to be able to get your hands on any of those toys.
I sort of did.
I know you did already, but I mean for the
Well, I didn't
rest of
talk to
general.
JR about this at all, though, too. Well, first of all, happy post-Force Friday, that is, though, too. Lot of little things happened within the last week. The biggest thing, I guess we could say, aside from Tom Brady, criminal getting freed, we'll start off with some happy news, that is. First of all, how are you guys doing before we hop right into it? Chilling?
Like a
Holiday
villain.
weekend.
Okay. Good?
Yep.
Okay, let's just hop right into it.
Yeah.
All right.
So how are you guys doing? Good, good. All right, let's get in.
Knock off the bullshit, Brian. Jesus Christ.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Hey. I know how you feel there, buddy.
Hey. Okay.
Get back in the shower drain, you big lump of hair.
Oh.
Imagine the lump of hair you'd find in that drain, though.
Time to go shave.
Overtime for that plumber.
Yeah.
I need a snake in each jaws of life.
Yeah, so getting back, it was Force Friday for those of you who are not a Star Wars fan and, do not live on this planet we call Earth.
What's Star Wars?
What is Star Wars?
Go back to Alderaan.
I bet you some girls or even guys would break up with somebody because they've never watched Star Wars before.
You haven't watched Star Wars? Get out.
Get out. Yeah.
Nerd.
Pretty much. Anyway, though, so Bradley, I'll let you take this one. You're good at describing things better than me. What is Force Friday? Hashtag Force Friday.
Some made-up campaign deal that they made for the release of the Hasbro toys that came out.
Oh, yes. Hasbro, that is. And what's the other one? What's the company that's behind all this?
Disney. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Yeah, that little mouse.
That little mouse. Well, we'll get into that mouse in a minute, too. I got some stuff to talk about with that mouse. Yeah, so it was Force Friday this past Friday, September 4th. Hard to believe we're already in September.
I see what they did.
Yeah, at the time we're recording this, it is September 6th. Anyway, though, believe it or not, it was Force Friday. I mean, we have about only, believe it or not, maybe 2.5, 3 months till this movie comes out, actually.
They are hyping the
October, November. Yeah, about 3.
December.
Let's say 3 months, anyway, that is. So Force Friday is the day when Star Wars licensed merchandise goes on sale, and it made, we'll just put it this way, it made about $1 billion in sales for U.S. retailers.
Damn!
And mind you, it's only been a couple days, too. Jeez. So whatever...
which retailers we talking here?
Yeah, so, all right, here's the deal. We'll say that it was partially on Amazon at thebanteringbows.com.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, the problem I ran into here...
Trying to find the good ones.
I woke up early, I'm not making this about me, but woke up 5 a.m. on Friday, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking on Twitter, I was like, it's Force Friday. I totally forgot about this. What was I thinking? And
his 12-year-old self came rolling back.
So I look online, and all of a sudden I see it exclusively at Target, and I'm like, okay. So they have the Kylo Ren 6-inch Star Wars Black Series action figures there too, and I'm like, the Kylo Ren looks pretty good, but I know what I'm going to regret it because there's something out there that I might want just a tad more. Any ideas?
The Chrome Stormtrooper.
Actually, that's what he wants. That's what BB wants.
Thank you.
Yep.
Give me that pen.
I'm more of a, what did they say? I'm a rube, I guess you could say. And I want just the new white Stormtrooper. Whatever. I just wanted that for some reason.
First class.
You guys ever had a time? I was like, what's his name from Christmas Story?
Ralphie.
I was like, exactly. I was like Ralphie with wanting the Red Ryder BB gun. I would have done anything, almost anything, Bradley, to get that Stormtrooper.
How good's your dignity?
That black was it Black Series Stormtrooper action figure. And for some odd reason, hey, get out of here. I have no idea what got into me all of a sudden. I'm like, I just wanted it, or whatever. So I looked online. It's not on our Amazon page. Okay,
nope.
It's so that's strike number one.
Mm-hmm.
So another strike was, all right, I'm going to go on to a retailer that has a red. What do you want to call it? Yeah, it's a red Target. I don't care. It's Target.
Target, yeah.
Target.
They wouldn't carry the Stormtroopers because they'll always miss.
Yeah. Accuracy of a Stormtrooper. So go on Target.com.
Kylo Ren actually
and
did something?
They have Kylo Ren on there. They have the white Stormtrooper on there too. And I'm like, this looks pretty cool. I was like, it's maybe like $20 or whatever. I was like, I can deal with that. So problem is, though, you have to buy it exclusively
in store.
In store.
If they have it available.
This is the even better part, though, too. So what's sad is I'm considering taking off work. Because Target opens up at 8 a.m. and it's right literally 5 miles down the street from me.
How old are you, good sir?
The Force is strong with this one.
I just want to say how old of a gentleman this guy is to stand outside a Target waiting in line to be like, yeah, I want to get Kylo Ren.
30 years old.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. They already had people out. What was up in like New York or something?
Yeah, it was all over the news. I mean, whatever local news, national news, or radio station, whatever.
And I love how the
radio.
anchors are just going like, I remember back in our day in the 70s, we had those crappy lightsabers. I'm like, no, you didn't. You made fun of those damn kids.
Yeah, and the commercials are all over the place and stuff like that. I mean, we'll get into that commercial in a minute. You saw it too, and it's just like I bought into the hype. It's just like I'm like one of the goofs that buys into the. Speaking of which, Apple comes out with a new iPhone this week.
I need to say more. Is it the 7?
6.5S.
Oh, it's a 0.5S.
I don't know. I asked him about that. Who knows? Anyway, so I'm like looking. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go into work. Maybe I'll slide out of my break, or I'll, And I'm looking online constantly. Refresh Target, Owings Mills, Target, Pikesville,
F5.
still available. Low stock. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No.
I'm not going to make it. Anyway, so get over to Target at lunchtime by 11:30. And
oh, no, I got to go. I got to go out and get some
I
lunch.
look on there, and I finally make it there. It even tells you, I got to give this to the Target website. It tells you the aisle number. It's E12. Now I just got to find E12.
E12.
The front doors to all the Targets, because I went to more than one Target, mind you, too.
You did this on his lunch break. Make sure, hopefully his boss isn't listening.
No, I did. No, I'm allowed to have some time to go on my lunch break. That's fine. But I went to another Target later on. That's
okay.
Well, but just
I ran in the store. I went to the section. I got what I had to. I got a slice of pizza and that crappy little food thing they have in the front of every Target, and then I ran to the car.
Actually, they changed that. The one by me. It's no longer that food thing. It's now Starbucks.
Yes, Targets are upgrading to that too.
They got rid of it.
Yeah, they don't have the popcorn machines in there anymore.
Nope. Starbucks.
So it's decked out in Star Wars. If you use the Force to open these doors, some kind of crap like that. Whatever. So
yeah, Force. It's called my foot.
I'm like running over this lady who's pushing the car at this snail or whatever, and I get there and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, this is not that. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
As he's on the ground,
the shelves are all empty.
He's on the ground going, damn.
They had a Black Series Chewbacca there. That's the only one I was.
Oh, no love for the Wookiee. No love.
Chewie with the dye job.
Nobody wanted the Wookiee.
Oh man, that's sad.
They had like the 12-inch, ones there.
And then the bigger, expensive one.
Chrome Trooper in sight, by the way.
Damn.
What are those little like
rocking himself in the corners? It's not here.
And they had a secret aisle of Star Wars in the way corner where all the grilling supplies are for some reason.
Let's put it on the back there because we
literally put it on the back burner.
And this is where they have the Star Wars costumes, the lunch boxes, the mouse pads, the journals, whatever else you want.
They are trying to whore the hell out of
what
it.
are those little things that are the size of a treasure troll with the big heads and the little tiny bodies? You know what I'm talking?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Starts with a P, I think it is. I don't know. I considered buying one of those because I was getting desperate.
Hell are those things
I ended up buying the first Target I went to. I bought a 3.75 inch. It's sad I know that now of a stormtrooper. And I almost bought the Boba Fett one, but I decided
you got it right
not to.
this time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay! But they only had. I was looking exclusively for Force Awakens, and Boba Fett wasn't of that. So sorry, Bob. Anyway, so $1 billion made by Disney, and good for them and Hasbro.
He just took all of Epcot, just dumped all the money and started swimming.
Oh, and Disney made at least $70 from me on Force Friday. They really did, because I went on eBay and bought 2 more Stormtroopers. I bought the 6-inch one. I bought another 3.75. I don't know what else. What I'm gonna do with them?
Probably just took and flipped it for double the price, didn't they?
Probably. And then and then I came home and just started watching Star Wars and just getting all giddy all over again. So because I hadn't watched it forever. So other than that, though,
he sat there with his little toys up in the air.
Well, here's the deal. I was debating about opening it, but I just opened it yesterday.
On the Yoda ears. Got a snuggie. Just
yeah. So
and Chrissy walks in and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And he takes his
shut up! It's my childhood.
Takes his microphone over to the door. Dark side.
You suck, you jackass.
Pretty much. Yeah. Whatever. Though. But yeah, the everybody. Another deal. Another shipment of toys is supposed to be coming in October of all this new Star Wars stuff. So bottom line,
Nintendo and your Amiibos, you're not going to make it.
If you can get your hands on this, then I could probably sell that Black Series Stormtrooper when it comes next week. I could probably make at least double of
easily.
What they had a San
Diego
Comic-Con Black Series Stormtrooper. JR, any idea how much that cost?
$115.
Pretty damn close, about 130.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn genius.
Does it have the sticker on there from? Does it have the sticker on there saying from San Diego?
Probably. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, but I didn't realize it was going to be this big. I don't know.
Series. What's the difference?
What was the? I don't know. It's something special about it. I have no idea.
First edition print.
With all the errors on it. Not like me, I pick one up and be like, I got that one where the mole's just like screwed up on the chest plate, and I'm like, damn it.
I don't know what got into me. Anyway, so
you got suckered.
I got suckered by the one enemy I have the most. Though, too, you know.
He hates Disney.
But there is another enemy that I have out there, and his name's Roger Goodell.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll say, at least you didn't get suckered in by that like everybody else in America did. Yeah.
Speaking of the dark side, and
I don't even.
What force was he using there?
I can't even fathom how this has all gone down. But,
he was using a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, it was a little limp. So yeah, Tom Brady and his ever effervescent, bubbly gayness that he exudes, that bastard. After appealing his case, Takai, I hear he likes it up there, so give him a shot, man.
Oh my.
No, don't get too excited now, man. We're on the couch.
Yeah.
He appeals his suspension case. A judge takes one listen to everything that's happened. About 3.5 months go by the seams of things. And the judge decides that, yes, the NFL was basically doing a wild goose chase. They were trying to vilify Brady because they had no suspect to put it on. But, honestly, the NFL really didn't want to suspend him. I mean, it's just...
My dog just opened the door.
Oh, my gosh.
I told you she opened the door.
She is a velociraptor.
Yeah, she is.
Until they know how to open doors.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my little black lab, the mascot of this show, learned how to open the bedroom doors from now on. So
that would be one hell of a party trick. Hey, man, I bet my dog can open a door. I bet you $100. I got one better.
She just did it, yeah.
I'll bet you a Stormtrooper toy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bet you the Black Series.
Anywho,
though. Yeah, sorry, JR.
All right, anyway, so Tom Brady does win his appeal. He will be playing week 1, which, as much as it does suck, is pretty good news for Ravens fans because Ravens are looking at what the Steelers are doing, and the Steelers have to play Tom Brady in week 1. So that's the only silver lining in this whole business, but that's not important right now. Oh, no, I kind of do.
Justice is just...
Ravens win the division. Anyway,
Can you blame this on Goodell, or can you just... actually, he was the one who was trying to, so it would be...
Trying to appeal it?
It would be the judge that, got bought off, so I will say...
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Yeah.
While I'm raping his wife.
Whoa!
That's
sorry, a radio edit.
Anyway, who cares? Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do? She's hot. Anyway, so needless to say, the problem that this brings now is Goodell literally has nothing to stand on if he wants to suspend anybody. I mean, James Harrison, perfect example. He had so many fines in 1 year, suspended.
Well, when you look that ugly, then you're going to have a fine or two.
Especially when you've got that kind of angry side. But
he's as angry as the VG Screeny will be this week with the bear jumping up in the air, brother.
He was angry as the Wookiee that was left on the toy shelf.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
they were all over the place. There's at least one on every shelf. Just standing there by itself or sitting there by itself.
Holding up a sign, take me home.
I'm cute and cuddly.
Cute and furry, just do it. It's okay, buddy.
Fuzzball.
Yeah.
So now the problem you have are people such as Greg Hardy, who is now defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, was originally suspended 10 games for allegedly abusing his girlfriend and throwing her on top of a pile of semi-automatic weapons. The suspension was originally 10 games. It was reduced to 4 games, which he accepted at that point. But now, since this has happened, he is starting the appeal process for his suspension. And now you're just
opening
thinking,
up the floodgates.
Holy crap, it's officially begun.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So now it's to a point the owners are even saying, can we maybe go back to the collective bargaining agreement and limit the power you have? Because you obviously can't do jack crap for your job.
I thought it was the owners that had all the power anyway, though, too.
Don't have
Yeah,
ruling over it. So
it's kind of a catch-22. It's Goodell positions the league so the owners can make the most money. The owners basically then say, he gives us billions. He's our friend. But now it's, he screws our players. We don't like him anymore. Supposedly. But
You're a bloody idiot.
yeah, it's almost like
How did he get appointed to this job in the first place?
Yeah. I mean, Paul Tagliabue, all of us here in Baltimore were happy when he was gone because he was one of the main people in charge of preventing Baltimore from getting a franchise.
Shit.
We are, thank goodness for Art Modell, God rest his soul.
Yes.
But now it's a thing of Goodell, I guess maybe was his second lieutenant or second in command. So it's okay, he retires. We'll promote him because he's been right by him the whole time. And now he is just making an absolute headache of this whole thing. I mean,
He's basically made the NFL a laughing stock with everything you turn around. Look at what he's done. It's like how many rules he made up because of Tom Brady? Appeal because...
Yeah. This week in the WWE, Tom Brady.
But why
gets
is it just
off.
him? Why is it just always like pointed to Tom Brady? Like, well, what's the connection there? It's like
I have no idea. I mean,
There's got to be something more.
Bob.
than it.
He didn't go to Bob Kraft's Thanksgiving dinner. That's probably what it was. I have no
Probably,
idea.
yeah.
I mean, it does help the fact that Kraft
He didn't
and
bring the
Goodell,
lobster mac and cheese. What the hell?
Kraft and Goodell are, like besties.
Not anymore.
I'm granted, yeah, this whole problem is now, instead of Brady being suspended the 4 games, now all it's costing him is $1 million and like a 4th-round draft pick. So it's like,
Don't worry, that GoFundMe there to save
Yeah.
up for that $1 million.
Yeah.
man.
like, so let's see. You've won 1 Super Bowl with having people videotaping the mouths of the opposing head coaches who are also expert lip readers so they can figure out the play before it happens, flag down the D coordinator and say, hey, this is happening so they can adjust accordingly. You won a Super Bowl that year. And all you got was we'll take your draft pick. Smack on the wrist.
Yeah.
Now you got this one where you cheated in the AFC Championship game, which potentially means you could have done this in the divisional game against the Ravens. Could have done this for the last who knows how long because according to research, the Patriots have had the lowest fumble percentage in the last 10 years of the NFL.
Which, if you have a deflated ball, it's kind of easier to grip onto.
Coincidence? I think not.
The facts just speak for themselves. I mean, if you put it together, put 1 and 1 together, it's just, right there.
Had this happened in any other organization, NFL, NBA, MLB,
Oh, that'd be on your case, but no. I mean,
Point blank, Pete Rose.
yeah.
yeah,
P. Rose.
I gambled when I was a player coach. Shouldn't have done it. You're banned for life. Although, granted, stuff has come out and he's actually lied more times than not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was it. MLB said, no, you're done. This team, this franchise has cheated so many different ways.
When you have an entire South Park episode dedicated to it, you see this?
then you got to make
This is all you need is to cheat. You know why he thought? Because he didn't get caught. How can I teach these kids?
It's like that's all they've done is just completely make an absolute joke and farce out of the NFL, and they get away with it every single time.
Just cheat, as long as you don't get caught.
Because the whole
That's teaching the kids how to get.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Great
it's-
moral models there, buddy. Yeah.
it's the whole
and
thing.
if anybody asks about it, deny.
Deny.
The glove don't fit, you must acquit. Don't worry, he's still in jail anyway. But no, I think point blank it boils down to he's one of the faces of the NFL, and he's
the poster boy
to make the most money out of most of them.
Well, Justin Bieber wasn't available, so I guess we got to stick with him instead.
Honestly, I'd rather take Bieber at this point. I just
makes it a little bit more entertaining as of late.
I mean,
What fights he breaking out to now? Oh boy,
you've got somebody that's at least fun to hate, and this guy. I see. It's like one man to another. I really hope you get Lou Gehrig's disease. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know the integrity of the commissioner's office. At the very least, there is none.
No,
But
not
at all.
the respectability of the NFL is slowly turning downhill as well if something doesn't happen quickly. So I don't know, man. It's
There's
it blew my
something
mind.
else is going to happen with New England. No,
Oh, absolutely.
there's something is bound to happen anyway, though too. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you figure Brady maybe has another 3 or 4 years left.
Oh,
so
come on, 3 more 4 years of this bullcrap.
There's probably one more way of. Well, let's see.
Sizzle, I'm calling out to you, buddy, and
we have
We got a bounty on you.
we have a remote control football that only Tom Brady can use, so he can play till he's 58. I don't know. They'll figure something out, but it's just. I heard rumor, however, that
That's not a football; it's a drone.
it's a droid. These are not the droids you're looking for.
This
Still
isn't
floating in the air.
This isn't the homo that he claims he is. No, he is. But
Move along.
I don't know. Me personally, I just think the judge had him on his fantasy team. But that's,
Yeah.
Probably.
yeah, dude, it was beyond bogus.
Oh, what else do I want to ask you?
Technicality bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. Somebody who might not be on anybody's fantasy list would probably be RG3 right about now. And we had to, and I only bring this up is because we had to put this on the Instagram. Our new slogan here at thebanteringbows.com is free the fish.
Free that catfish.
Free the catfish.
Free that
Catch and release. Catch and release. Dan Snyder. Catch and release.
Free the catfish.
You caught him. You're not going to eat him. Throw him back. He'll appreciate it and he'll like you better.
Yeah. New him to come out next this upcoming week. Don't worry.
Free that fish.
Free that fish. Free Willy.
Let my fishes go.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
RG3 just I don't know.
It's the Redskins organization. Then they had the thing about the lady who the wife of the that was fun.
She was sleeping around to get plays from the other team.
Not a girl.
Oh man, that's taking one for the team. Hi-oh.
Hi-oh.
Literally.
No, it's not hi-oh. It's hi-ho.
According to what that guy's wife was saying, and that's putting it mildly. Too. Yeah.
She had a train ran on her by the entire offensive line.
Hate to be the caboose. That's all I'm saying.
Did you say human centipede? Oh God.
Oh.
But
Speaking of games people play, Bradley.
Oh, God. How do you transition off that one?
Just did.
I'm not hungry anymore.
No.
Neither am I.
Forever.
Please don't. Never.
No, please don't.
Never mention that film.
No,
ever again.
Bradley has been playing a game, and it's
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
no Redskins there.
No Redskins there. Not bears.
Please no.
In terms of bears and hunting them, or shall we say, not really, or just capturing them to help out. Surprisingly, you could do that in Metal Gear Solid 5 that came out this past week.
Yeah, we've seen the trailer.
I showed you that.
You showed me the pictures.
Yep.
Definitely sold on this game.
It is quite.
Is it available for Xbox?
It is available for Xbox,
Hey.
PlayStation 4, and PC. And to the folks out there, the PC port is actually good, surprisingly enough. Keeps it a solid 60 frames per second. Again, that's
Better than
capped.
N64.
Yeah, it is pretty much capped at that much. Port's actually pretty good. Still good. There's a little audio slider that's missing there, but that's minor to do with that. But from the Metal Gear Solid franchise and being a big fan of that franchise myself, yeah, full disclosure, I tend to like that franchise. Yeah, this is really good.
He's not biased.
Not at all. So finally we get to find out what happens. Yeah, pretty much. Finally what happens after Ground Zeroes, that demo that they sold for like $30. That finally got to play it. So we get to see, now we go into the actual game and find out kind of the downfall of Big Boss and see how that goes. Now, especially about Metal Gear, there's a big, thick lore to this game especially. So if you're confused at what the hell's going on, going into this, it's kind of hard to kind of be a newcomer into it. I'm sorry to say, you kind of have to do a little bit of research to figure out who all these characters are beforehand.
Oh, they jump right into it.
That's too much like work.
Yeah, they kind of jump right into it with the characters. They're like, you kind of have to know. So why? Because you're on the 5th installment by now. Well, let's be honest. There's more than just... This is the numbered 5, but Yeah. To those out there who've played through the series, this plays very much like Peace Walker. That was back on the PSP and then HD'd over to 360 and PS3. Big Boss starting out in Afghanistan, 1984 during the Soviet occupation that was there. So you get to go around and take out Soviet soldiers in Afghanistan. And I do must say, coming into there on the helicopter while my helicopter is blaring Rebel Yell is amazing.
Nice.
Because you're given that option.
I would have also loved to at least hear Love Gun or something just to be ironic.
Well, I can't remember if you can find that album, but yeah, you can find cassette tapes hidden around the map as collectibles and have your helicopter play it as you drop in. I've done that. I had Aha take on it. The problem is the intro is way too damn long. If only, but I haven't got up to the point where I need to use the machine gun yet. I'm still kind of early in the game because I like to take my time with this and, gather up my troops, build up my mother base, and get all that. You do get to extract, to build up your mother base, you need to extract soldiers to convince them to your team. So I do that. It's a very sneaky game, especially.
Hey, you're good at that. Hey.
Yeah, being sneaky and being, because that's Metal Gear's. Yeah. I can take out an entire base just by holding them up with just a pistol.
Say what?
You're basically armed with whatever you have in hand, and trust me, a tranquilizer gun will get you far in that game because that's going to be your main gun to use. Because should I kill that guy, or should I maybe take him, stun him, and then maybe extract him as one of my use him as one of my teammates because he has a good skill in research development. Oh crap, there's also 3 guys around me that just saw that balloon get away. Crap, I gotta get away. The AI is actually pretty intelligent in this game, and it will ramp up if you do certain tactics. I've seen, after a while, they started wearing helmets because I started to use the tranquilizer too much. Then I noticed, okay, let me start using smoke grenades because then I could throw a smoke grenade in between 3 of them, rush in there, and just, CQC them to the ground to stun them out. Suddenly, they started wearing gas masks. I started going to the cover of night. They started wearing night vision.
Wow.
It ramps up the difficulty. They're like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Did you have to do any settings for that at all? Or?
No, the game just automatically does that. It does actually calibrate and work.
Impressive.
Yeah, the AI is actually good. It's actually really gorgeous. Again, I'm just in Afghanistan. I think it also goes to Africa later on, but it's pretty gorgeous looking from the outskirts of it.
Did they play Toto Africa when you went?
I was just gonna say, I hear it rains down in Africa.
There's some rains down there. If I have found that tape, I will start playing it. I don't know if it's in there yet, but yeah, getting in there, story is damn good. I mean, this is basically older Snake, Naked Snake, now Venom Snake, as he called himself, going on a quest for revenge against Cypher, who basically took out his original mother base and attacked him in Ground Zero. So this is him going after the that whole crew of freak shows, basically. Now, if anything about Metal Gear you have to understand is that a lot of the enemies and super bosses you have all have some weird, crazy, supernatural abilities, basically. So you already had to deal with the man on fire, literally a guy on fire. It's called in the game, I think, the Third Child.
That's him!
Yeah, but it's basically there's a thing called the Third Child. Everybody's been looking at it going, dude, that is going to be Psycho Mantis from the later Metal Gears, which is basically some telekinesis guy. So this is maybe him as a kid. Just suddenly just shows up. Of course, floating in midair, has a gas mask. I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally basically Psycho Mantis. But that guy shows up. And then the Quiet, a female sniper who has the ability to just teleport and vanish into thin air, who later will join your team. I haven't got up to that part yet, but I've already seen the GIFs of her all over the internet. Because everybody's like, yeah, hot chick in a bikini. Yeah. It just suddenly appears out of nowhere and can basically...
She's easier to talk to this way.
Well, she is a mute, too, by the way.
Even
better, baby. How you doing?
Yeah, well, there was a shower scene in her in the rain.
That scope.
I'll shoot you my rifle.
Do you use a silencer by any chance?
Oh, God. Yeah, so I got to figure out what the hell her backstory is or why she's dressed like that. There's got to be some context to the reason instead of be like, all right, this is just eye candy for the game.
She tries to ask what size you are. You'll hold up a 357. Magnum, baby.
Desert Eagle.
Oh god! Actually, you can unlock that in the game too. Yeah,
interesting.
But they've added a lot more different elements, especially with traditional sneaking element, the cardboard box, has got some extra move abilities. I can now put a poster on the side of the box so that enemies can like walk up to it. If it's like guys like, oh, it's something suspicious, I stand up. It's a poster of a soldier. He's like, oh, okay, it's fine. He just walks off. Or I can put the hot girl in front of it, so he walks up and he just starts ogling it and like doing it, and then I just burst out of it, just punch him in the face.
Nice.
While yelling at him, surprise, mofo!
What would be the Game Genie rating for this?
I don't want to give the rating just yet because, of course,
come on,
I'm taking my time and trying to beat it. So I'm sorry.
This is like a 5-course meal for him. He's
seriously, I'm going to
I can
enjoy
tell.
this.
Yeah,
I'm only 17 hours in. I'm still like early in the game. All right, I'm taking my damn time with it.
As of where you stand now,
this is kind of Kojima's like Requiem. Almost,
yeah,
right?
basically, this is him. doing
this is the mic drop.
I think we're going to need about 2 weeks before he's ready for a grade. To be honest with you,
yeah, because I don't know how long it took the regular reviewers to do it, but they came out and, like I said, Game Rankings was posted at like a 95% across the board of all things. You tell it that's high ratings, especially. So
and where's this guy gonna go now that he's
done? Because Konami was just like, yeah, we don't want to anymore. We're going to focus on gambling and mobile. That is what the
Bradley
money
Beals at the Bantering Post at gmail.com.
True.
Kojima just goes whatever I want.
Yeah, basically, I mean, I don't know if he's got some severance agreement or something, but yeah, any company out there is going to be like, yo, Kojima, you need a job? We want you over here right now. Because everything he does just becomes gold.
Turns
almost.
to gold.
Basically, yeah. I mean, even Ground Zeroes, which was just a demo, but it's still like, this is a damn good demo. It sucks I got paid $30 for it, but hey, I mean,
it's the Midas touch.
I mean, he does good work, and he has a good sense of humor. He's just a good,
he's a gone
director, basically. Like, he has his own style. He's influenced, a lot of the video game industry, essentially.
Better than Michael Bay.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
He's the John Woo of video games.
Kind of, actually, in terms of a directing style. I mean, this one, if you actually see the cutscenes, he does take a little bit more of a different approach. He does like a more of a natural movement cam. Like when he shows a lot of the action scenes going through, it's like the cameraman's just like walking with the characters itself.
Is there a white pigeon that happens to go in there too while an action scene is going on?
No, he usually he does have some like crazy stuff that go on. Like with the Man on Fire, he had a helicopter got taken down by a flaming sperm whale. I am not lying. That actually happens. There's a scene with a helicopter. You just see this giant whale.
Oh, sorry. Close enough.
Yeah. He does come after you on a flaming horse too, in that later in that scene too. That's
silver away.
That is like in the very beginning of the game, but it's like, yeah, that's what you have to expect. You're getting out of basically a VA hospital while being chased by a literally guy made of fire on a flaming horse chasing you. You fire back at him with a 12-gauge shotgun.
What was this guy on when he made this game?
Hideo Kojima is just that crazy.
Okay.
He is just as crazy that he'll do this. For God's sakes, Metal Gear Solid 4 had hour-long cutscenes in length.
Good God.
Yeah, he likes to tell stories, and he does them from a very cinematic point of view. And he is just that crazy, but it's just his style. That
Imagine if this guy made the next Mario Brothers game.
Oh my God.
That would that would totally redeem Nintendo right there.
See, like
Mario and
Luigi's mom and dad like dead in the living room and just mama.
We dragged out forever.
She turns out to be some kind of dragon, like out of Lord of the Rings, almost instead too.
But there'll be some huge ideological background story that they have to bravado through. They'll take like half an hour to explain their explanation to why they died.
Princess Peach would be on a sniper rifle and a bikini. That could work.
I wouldn't be surprised. Give DeviantArt about half an hour. They'll have that up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that site,
make that work. Yep.
So,
all right. Well,
it's definitely good. I'm probably gonna get a high rating. So let's be honest. For Warcast, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 5. Let's be honest.
Hey, okay.
Forewarning, I'm also a huge Metal Gear fanboy.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, for other
for other people who haven't played it, it's a if you like the stealth-oriented action games where you're rewarded for doing stealth, like taking down bases. The taking down bases become a lot more easy and a little bit more rewarding to do that. Atmosphere of that game is just incredible. The way he has it, it's an open world. It's just they say open world, but it's just an extremely large map, like almost the size of like Grand Theft Auto map. that you can run
Ooh,
around
that's
in,
big.
and there's a bunch of bases that you can take down. And you can take on a base not from just like one angle, but from multiple, slams. It's like, there's a base. Okay, go after it. Which direction? You figure it out. We give you multiple entrances and lots of guards.
Wow.
So, yeah, this one, and they give you the tools, like you can, everything you have at your disposal, you can take down any of the bases or any of the guards. Though, do keep up with Mother Base and keeping up your managing that, because that will get you better gear, better weapons. Also, the buddy system that you have right now. I'm still early. This will tell you how early I am. I still only have the horse for the buddy system. Later, you do get your dog, DD, Diamond Dog. I have him right now. He's still a puppy right now. He hasn't grown up yet.
Oh, yeah.
He's still a puppy. Quiet will join you, and I think you do get immobilized, like smaller Metal Gear that'll follow that you can use as like more as your assault style. But yeah, the horse. I mean, he's basically your fast travel. That's how you're gonna get around the map real quickly. Come over, and for some reason, somebody told me he's good for ambushing cars on the road, because you can have your horse poop on command. And they... Again, Kojima's crazy.
What will those Japanese think of next?
Yeah.
So they say it's like, yeah, just have him poop on the road and it'll cause the car to go off control.
And we're not talking about Melissa McCartney either.
Hey!
Poop, Sparky, poop.
No, but I guess have to hear Keith Sutherland say that. He's like, all right, go. So yeah, it's, again, you do have to get used to hearing Keith Sutherland as Solid Snake. So it's, yeah.
Yeah.
But other
Very
than
cool.
that, yeah, I'm enjoying the hell of it. I'm taking my damn time with it because I don't want to be spoiled.
No,
with
as you
it.
should. I mean, just, like I said, I guess it's not like your typical video game where you can just kind of, just get an idea of it
You could
right
try
away.
you could try and rush through it as much as you can, but with this, it tells you take your time, go back and play through a couple of the earlier missions to build up your money and your resources, so to make it easier for later in the game. And this is a game, especially with the story being the big promise of it, you don't want to spoil it for yourself, which sucks for me because I have someone on Steam that's a little bit further on than me, and I hate going to the activity feed because they post the pictures further on. I'm like, damn it!
You can't get away from spoilers
True,
for anything,
true.
though. I mean, no matter what it
They
is.
were already doing it before even the game came out. They were going into the forums on Steam and being like, "Oh, this person's been confirmed. They're in there." I'm like, "Stop it! Stop it!"
That's also your fault for going into the forum
True.
at the same time, though, too.
I didn't hit the thing. No, that's the reason why I stay away from Reddit. They screwed me over a lot of times.
Oh, wow.
Sadly, they have a Reddit for everything out there. For God's sakes.
Yeah. Anything else you've been playing?
That I haven't missed. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten around to the Mad Max that came out too.
Yeah, well, the pictures you showed us were...
Yeah, they look
pretty
great,
sweet.
which I'm like, awesome. But the reviews for that are like all over the map. You got one that's like a 9, then another one will be like a 7, another one will be like a 6, and then like an 8. I'm like, what the hell are the reviews on this thing? They're all over the map
The
for that
biggest
game.
question would be, how much time does Tom Hardy have to talk in there?
Oh, he's not in the game, that's the thing, because he's Tom
Yeah.
Harley in the movie.
I see what you
I
did
took
there.
that from honest trailers.
Yeah.
I would have said he probably had more time in the game than he did on the screen.
Probably.
Maybe so, though, too. Yeah, that movie's out now to
That is.
buy.
Don't get me wrong, we enjoy that movie.
I already got it.
Oh, that brings me to the next point, though.
Yes.
They are putting Mad Max back out in theaters in IMAX. I don't have a confirmed date yet. I would imagine it's probably going to be within the next couple weeks, as a matter of fact.
We saw it.
Yeah.
When we saw it in the 3D. 'cause we
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
know.
It's going to be in 3D IMAX all over again.
Well, was it post? Was it done in post process? You said, or was that actually?
I think a
shot
little
in?
bit of both. I never know, but I think it was worth it. I mean,
That was actually pretty good.
I don't like 3D.
Same.
We know that, but when you're going through that sandstorm though too, and you see our buddy here,
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
yeah, just and the sound that's in there too, especially when you're talking about the music, the guy on the guitar, and
Yeah, buddy.
all those action sequences. That's one that I would say, pay a little extra to go see in 3D IMAX.
just
Why
for
not
the
though
experience,
too?
yeah.
So if you boys ever want to roll over to see that,
I'll see it again, definitely.
I think out of what's out there right now, I would say,
Yeah,
I mean, Agent 47, guys, come on.
no,
Silence.
no, Bradley,
Shun.
transporter refueled.
Oh god. Wait, is Jason Statham
Get
in
out.
that?
Get out right now.
Not even no.
Oh god.
Anyway,
yeah.
though, did want to touch on something though, unless you had something else, Bradley.
I was going to make fun of Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't want to give him any credit tonight.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
It was. I mean, here's a dumb thing that happened this week: is that Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about YouTube gaming that came.
He
out
made a
recently.
joke. No, I'm kidding. I like Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm back when he was doing.
No, I'm sorry.
With
I thought you were talking about Jimmy Fallon. That's the one I don't like.
Wait, you actually think he's funny?
No, that's the point.
Thank you.
I get him mixed up. Come on, I mean, how many freaking comedians do we need that are
Jimmy
named
Kimmel,
Jimmy?
Jimmy Fallon. Wow, yeah, you can easily do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Kimmel, he was
Vote for Coco.
Yeah, he was doing something. He was making a comment on YouTube gaming part that just came out because YouTube, especially how it is their biggest moneymaker right now is, let's be honest, is the gaming center, and a lot of people would go and watch that. And he's making
Watch somebody play a video game.
Yeah,
Have you lost your mind, Bradley? We haven't done that.
Essentially, that's with the joke. He's like, if you hear this right now, YouTube's making a gaming channel. Like, it's like, who's going to sit there and say how many hours people watch somebody else play video games? When I was playing video games, the only time we had to watch somebody play it is when we were out of quarters. And then he just goes on to like a little bit in this little video. It's like, don't worry, I've seen this new thing they come out next for. It's like, you like watching people play video games, well now watch somebody else watch video games. Their next YouTube what?
Friendship.
And then it just kept going that joke and reiterating, degrees removed kind of joke.
And Bradley's head started to explode.
Not really. I'm more. Actually, that would sum up the reaction of the internet because the trolls went nuts on him. Already sending him death threats already out to it and everything else. Yeah,
Don't piss off a nerd.
Yeah, basically.
Believe me, I know from experience.
Yeah, the internet.
He said next to you for a reason.
The
JR.
internet trolls went nuts over Jimmy Kimmel and just sending him death threats and all that fun stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, it wasn't even a good joke to begin with.
The type of people I just like to walk right up to their front door and knock and just say, "Did you write this?" Just to see what would happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because when behind that screen, no one can know.
No, I didn't. It was my mom.
Yeah.
Well, mom answers the door, of course, before you have to get to the little shit.
Well, at the end of the day, whatever Jimmy Kimmel said doesn't really matter because you're still going to watch it and you're going to enjoy it. It's just he's making a dumb joke. And let's be honest. Think about it right now. Jimmy Kimmel is from network television, okay? And TV, from what it is,
but,
what's TV's biggest competition out there right now?
YouTube.
The internet.
That's
internet.
Not entirely true.
Well,
because
it's of late, I really want to say.
It depends, though, because, all right, I'm not going to take his side here, but it's going to sound like I am.
Go ahead.
Fallon utilizes YouTube and his clips for purposes that, not just say
things.
like Leno and Letterman weren't, or they just because it wasn't necessary at the time.
That's the thing is that
okay, so now
people who know how to do it will do that. Jimmy Kimmel,
when things go viral,
when things go viral, so he puts that up.
You had that dipshit who tried to drown some cats and act like he was saving them, and that went viral.
Yeah.
You didn't see that one.
So Jimmy Kimmel,
didn't
makes
miss
that
much.
No. So Jimmy Kimmel makes that joke, and the internet goes crazy. But I say it's like he's from network TV.
There it is again.
Okay.
What to put down.
So I say, I'm making the assumption, or whatever. Internet videos have tended to come big of late, and people like to watch video games. So what's in networks, cables, biggest competition out there? The internet. So take a cheap shot at them, unless you know how to utilize them.
Yeah.
People don't make fun of who are big and don't make fun of the internet.
But
don't have to because
use it though. He
does
the celebrity mean tweets. So what?
I know, and that's why I'm so confused.
And nothing's better when the parents trick their kids into thinking they ate or got rid of all their Halloween candy. That's always a good one.
So I'm always confused by that. I'm like, so why is he making a joke when he does it himself? Not to mention, didn't he do a cameo in Call of Duty 2 at the end of it? One of the finales he did too.
Don't know.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it though.
Yeah, so I was a little confused. I'm just
I was gonna say, of all people, the celebrity mean tweets are one of his bigger things.
Yeah.
Or when he does those, he asks like, who's the president right now? And then he just starts he goes out into the crowd, sends one of his reporters out there, and they just kind of
ask random questions that you would think everybody would know. Yeah. Who's the president right now?
Have you heard of this band?
Nah.
It's called the Reveres. Oh yeah, I know that band. Yeah.
So
just that kind of viral
just makes
stuff,
up stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was just like, either he's saying this or somebody else, because it's like, yeah, YouTube's making a gaming channel. He's like, yeah, did you know that PewDiePie makes like $45 million a year? It's like, he's the biggest channel on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, the joke, it's all right. It's out there, but Does it really warrant a death threat?
It's a good old saying of Bruce Cunningham, don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a jerk. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd still watch like YouTube videos, like if I want to get for a review, especially for video games, like because that's usually what I stick to. Watch a Let's Play just because it's like, hey, this is a game I was kind of interested in and want to see how it is, or this guy's actually, it's a game I probably wasn't going to play, but I would like to know the story. I watch this guy's playthrough. Either I like his personality, his voice fine, stuff like that.
And one day you will watch Game Genie on Bantering Bo's YouTube.
You never know, or on Twitch. I need to set that up. I really do.
2016 goals.
I know. But also...
And JR reading Silent Night for Christmas 2015.
Oh, Silent Night.
That video or whatever you were, the night before Christmas, sorry. It randomly just popped up on Facebook. On the Facebook page, on the Bantering Bros Facebook page. It's just that picture comes up sometimes every now and then. I'm like, what the frick is this? I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
He did something like that?
Yeah.
Way back?
He was.
It's probably like 5 years ago this happened. Do you remember? It's Facebook.
No. He did it last year.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Odd. Huh.
Oh, what a jerk. Don't be a jerk, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, on the internet, especially. PSA to you, don't be a jerk on the internet, folks. The more you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day, like even watching people play, that's because you only had a single player game and 5 buddies were sticking around you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of the same thing.
And then you just hope you had board games for him to do. Otherwise, like, I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, you just better hope that you had the family-sized Doritos, just in case, though, too.
Yeah.
And the Code Red Mountain Dew. Yeah.
No, we didn't have that back in the day. We weren't that lucky.
No, we didn't have Code... Well, Code Red wasn't out then.
Yeah.
No, we only had the Green Mountain Dew. Which, by the way, lowers your sperm count. I'm just...
You're just figuring this out now, there, buddy?
No.
M&Ms too.
I got that FYI just the other day, and I just figured,
Who told you? Was that somebody at work that told you that?
Those care.
Yeah.
Those care.
It was.
Don't drink your Mountain Dew. It'll lower your sperm count. Good. I should be worried about having kids then.
Raising your fire in blanks, Johnny. I drank 12 liters of Mountain Dew last week.
Brilliant!
You're from West Virginia, so that is a good idea.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I could play into that just a tad, though. Okay. So... Speaking of how West Virginia...
Speaking of Smurfside.
Speaking of a West Virginia state of mind. Okay.
Oh, dear
So,
Lord.
All right.
We'd like to apologize in advance to our West Virginia followers for whatever the hell is going to come out of Brian's
I'm sorry, Uncle Mom and Aunt Dad.
No. All right. So we're all James Bond fans. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you think of James Bond, what do you think of? Just off the top of your head, rapid fire. JR.
English.
Okay. Bradley.
Waspy English dude.
Okay. Very good. Now, what kind of...
I just answered that for you.
Waspy.
All right. Well, all right. Fine. Fair enough. So there was this author, and I want to make sure I get his name correct. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there's this...
Jesus Christ is going to be in this? Jesus Christ became James Bond. Done. I'm sold.
Passion of the Bond.
Oh my God, that Family Guy episode is coming true. Passion of the Christ 2. Electric Boogaloo. Crucify this. Sorry, Chris Tucker. You ever smoke one of these? You ever smoke one of these? Stop it. Now, for being a son of a guy, you are one son of a... Whoa! Sorry.
So there's this author, and I want to make sure I get his name right. His name is, he's actually an author of James Bond books now. His name is Anthony Horowitz. And he started writing these Bond books, and like I told JR before the show, I think this guy, first of all, let me set this up. He's a guy who wanted to write James Bond books before. He wanted to even write James Bond movies before, too. But he wasn't really approached before either of the two. So the guy ended up coming up with his own little James Bond type of books or whatever, like a young James Bond type, but he called it something else. And so now he's writing James Bond books, and he had this little comment to saying, and it's been a big topic that's been going out for the last couple of years, because we all know the reign of Daniel Craig is going to be ending soon. And he even mentioned it this past week, saying, I think he was talking to whether it was Esquire or Hollywood Reporter, whichever one, saying, he's like, this might be it, and I'm not going to say officially that it is, but if it is
Spectre,
after Spectre, and you know what, if it ends up being, he's like, what is Spectre? He's like, it's pretty much Skyfall times 10, and I mean, that's literally that is
Bold statement.
yeah.
Strap yourself in for this
So
one.
he's like, we tried, we'll see what happens. We don't know. Guy likes to drop a lot of F-bombs. But Daniel Craig is we would classify him as being pretty much like Bond, kind of classy and so forth, though, too. However, then there's another actor out there that a lot of people are, trying to root for, hoping to take the place of Daniel Craig, and his name is Idris Elba. JR, give me some stuff that Idris Elba's been in besides The Wire, right here in Baltimore, as a matter of fact.
The worst, coolest movie ever, Pacific Rim.
Wasn't that Independence Day and Transformers all mixed in?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And actually done well. Thank you, Guillermo.
Yeah. Well, aside from Charlie Hunnam, I'm sorry, the acting was total crap. And that speech was ripped right out of Independence Day. But that's neither here nor there. Whatever. Anyway, though, so Horowitz made the comment that Idris Elba was too street to play James Bond 007. Let the not even the nerd outrage.
Shots
just
fired.
Okay, and this topic has been out. We've never covered it before.
World War B just started.
We've never talked about it before. And all right, James Bond. Anybody can be James Bond. Okay. And actually, when you look at the character that's on the books or whatever, it actually is a black guy in a black tux. Okay,
It's a guy, it's a silhouette.
it is, and there's nothing wrong. And that to me is just saying, okay, you know what? It could be anybody. What do you got to say over there, bud?
He's chuckling.
He's chuckling. I got so pissed off when I read this. First of all, okay, let me
James Bond's supposed to be like this, guys.
Who cares?
I know.
Anyway, so I got really pissed off at this one. Let me just say this. I don't mind Idris Elba or any African American actor, hell, a Chilean Hispanic actor. That'd be pretty cool.
Danny Trejo is James Bond.
Oh, my Lord. That's James Bond after Spectre ran a train on his face.
You had to get reconstructive surgery. This is the best they
Blofeld's cat went apeshit on him on the face.
His face looks like Freddy Krueger had sex with a topographical map of Utah.
Nice pull. So I have no problem with that. I think Idris Elba is going to be too old by the time Daniel Craig ends up taking his spot. Can somebody look up how old Idris Elba is for me, please? I'm doing
James
this.
on it.
Now I didn't have a chance to post this.
How old was Roger Moore when he was doing James Bond?
About the same age as Sean Connery, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
I think Roger Moore was a little bit older than Sean Connery, if I'm not mistaken, or they're about the same age, give or take. And happy belated birthday to Sean Connery 2 weeks ago.
Buddy.
Sorry, buddy. So I came up with this. I didn't have a chance to tweet it out because it was too long. I was like, a few thoughts on the comments of Anthony Horowitz, douchebag, about Idris Elba. One, we live in the 21st century. Any good, talented thespian should not be discounted of a part due to their skin color. Number two, like any other superhero, James Bond is a fictional character, and regardless of what direction Eon Productions chooses to go, as long as an actor can bring something of a fresh approach to the part of James Bond, we should welcome it. Mm-hmm. Number three, there's obviously a good reason you were not picked to write Bond films. Sod off, you talentless hack.
Wow.
Elba is 43.
Okay, and Craig is what, 47? I think Craig is 47. Okay, so it would be close if Elba was able to play. All right, so you take it off maybe a 2-3 year break. That'll put him at about 45, right? Yeah. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts on this in general. Okay, I mean, Bradley, I know you like Pacific Rim. JR, you like Pacific Rim, if I'm not mistaken. I think, but I mean, not even so much about Elba playing the part. All right, first let's get your opinion on Elba playing the part, I guess, of Bond.
Black James Bond. I mean, that would be an interesting mix to throw into the throw it in there.
Yeah.
You gotta have the British accent. Let's be honest. You gotta have that thick British accent.
Well, he can do it though, but to say he's too street, have you not seen this guy?
He is English.
Yeah,
He is. Yeah,
was
okay.
born in
he
London.
is.
Yeah. So street.
He's as English as JR is.
I mean, let's be honest. If you want to do street, didn't you think like at the beginning of Casino Royale, like how amateurish did James Bond look?
Exactly.
Bond was like, he's too street. I'm like, wasn't Daniel Craig at the beginning of that? Like, look at how just
how he like got he
was a
grew.
brute. Yeah, he grew. He grew and became more sophisticated and became a little bit more controlled. I guess.
Right.
I'm trying
It
to think of
wasn't
the wording.
until Skyfall
It wasn't until
where it really
where he
became
became James Bond. Like,
Yeah.
he
well, because they were
painting
painting that like the origin story of James Bond though too.
Up so it's like he gets up to that point and work himself. Because before he was just brash and just ran in. I mean, you had that whole fight scene in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
The Casino Royale. It's like,
how about just the whole run through Madagascar too?
Yep. That whole run through, just run through the wall.
Yeah, he ran through a wall. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay, so what would be the difference?
I could see him playing, but my only argument has ever been is that he might be too old by the time Daniel Craig is done.
Okay.
It's just about age.
I think to me, when it comes to a Bond, just an actor in general has got to just have
suave
presence. I mean,
Okay.
Brosnan had it, Connery has it, Daniel Craig certainly has it. I think he's one of the few in Hollywood who actually you just see him on screen and you're like, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd totally be
You have that
for it.
swagger that just suddenly appears.
Right.
Yeah.
I have.
It's like I know some people would be like, "Oh my God, Hugh Jackman could do it." No, he's kind of too outdoorsy, rugged kind of guy.
It might have
Elba's
worked.
got that.
It might have worked. I mean, my pick right now to take it over, and I already got called out on the forum already. Well, by one person, I think.
Yeah.
I would have said Henry Cavill, who's playing Superman right now. It's like, how is he going to do it when he's playing Superman? That wouldn't be right. Be like, well, they find a way. Believe me, they will find a way. Actually, he was supposed to be James Bond instead of Daniel Craig at one time.
Captain America was originally the Human Torch at one point.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and Marvel Universe as well too.
Yeah, Cavill to me he doesn't carry himself in that same way. Like
No.
he's got a look I think could work, but at the same time I don't think he presents himself with that swagger on screen.
Are you talking about Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Go see The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and you'll understand where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably where I have to see it
all right.
from there.
So, I mean, I still think that whatever they decide to do with the James Bond franchise, we haven't even seen Spectre, and it's not even about
exactly,
that.
so we don't know.
That's not about this. This is about when they decide to retool. And when however they decide to reboot, are they just going to continue where? I think they're going to. If it was smart on the Eon Productions, the company, the Broccoli company that owns the James Bond films, if they just start all over, have another Bond, just go
another
back
one
to,
in the Bond universe. Just
Daniel Craig's is going to be so unique that you can't
So
do that.
you just
or
leave
whatever.
that and just be like him already in MI6 is already established and do that.
Yeah.
Have whoever characters you have there and just go into another episode from that universe. Just
do a remake of Thunderball if you want. That would probably hold up pretty well right about now too. All
do
things
that
considered.
already.
Do it right.
Horrible.
Do it right.
Okay.
All right, but let's just say that they'd end up going with an African American actor. I mean, are we really at that point where it's going to stop people from going to see that movie? I mean, come on. No. I mean,
do we need to break it down to that level? It's like, why can't we just watch it for
they're
going to
start, and I already thought in my head, I'm like, you know what, this is going to lead to say, oh, well, does that mean Batman's going to be black? Oh my God. Does that mean that we're going to have a...
Green Lantern keeps changing colors. You had
Yeah.
a black Spider-Man just recently in the comic
Yep.
books. I mean,
Black Captain America.
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So it's not...
Doesn't
eventually,
matter. It's like-
no matter what happens, it is going to happen to whatever...
Hell, Thor just turned into a woman, for God's sakes, in the comics.
Nobody cares about that.
I know.
That's an Asgard.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just on those thoughts, it's just like no matter what superhero or big character icon that's out there, it will happen sooner or later. We have a Black Moneypenny, and you know what? She's probably one of the best ones we've ever had, too, all
True,
things
yeah.
considered. And,
You know what? That would be an interesting Bond.
what's that?
Tom Hiddleston, Loki. I think he could pull something off.
Ooh. That's an interesting one.
That's an interesting mix. I could see him being a little bit, well, because of it being Loki, him...
Why do women go so crazy over him?
Kind of the dark side issue.
Yeah, darker, like a darker Bond, like...
I feel like he kind of carries some kind of that swag that...
the dark, kind of like darker swag.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the girls go from, like, he's dark and something. I like him.
He's got the voice. He could possibly.
Or it's like the Jaguar commercial where it's all every stereotypical British bad guy that's been a British bad guy. Tom Hiddleston,
Ben Kingsley,
the guy from Kingsman who was flying the plane and stuff.
Yeah,
I still gotta see that.
It's on DVD.
They're like, whoa, we're British, so that must mean we're bad guys. At least we like to drive good cars. Jaguar.
Yeah. We have the first Marvel black superhero coming. Well, actually,
Black Panther. Yeah. Well, we already had Falcon.
Huh?
Black Panther. Yeah.
Well, we had Iron Patriot and War Machine too,
true.
but this is like the actual one that will have their own.
And Falcon. You're not gonna mess Falcon. The Falcon. How can you not forget the Falcon?
I love Falcon. He was the best part of.
On your left.
On your left.
He was the best part of
Captain America. Winter Soldier.
No, I was going to say
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He was only in it for 2 minutes, but he's the best part.
Yeah.
That's just me. And speaking of Marvel, I might as well talk about this too. So, Kevin Feige, who I respect the guy, but at the same time, I just can't stand him because he works for,
The mouse.
we're really talking about the mouse too much tonight, and it's really going to bug me.
There's your banter. How much he hates the mouse. He can't even go to Disney World. And
That would be a whole episode.
We don't have enough time for that, bottom line. So Kevin Feige...
That's a YouTube video right there. Brian goes to Disney World and suffers in silence.
Yeah.
Can he survive?
Take a selfie at every place he goes just with a sad face on it. Holding up a shirt that says, kill the mouse. Pirates of the Caribbean, kill the mouse. It's a small world, kill the mouse. Standing next to the mouse, kill the mouse.
I think I have an idea for a shirt.
Uh-oh.
I'll get in so much trouble for that.
Yeah, you would. You would.
Where's that shirt say? Why you want to kill me?
Suddenly you just disappear from like a black SWAT, like a SWAT team.
And then he's chained inside of
the
It's a Small
Disney
World.
SWAT team, Donald Duck and Goofy, carrying me away. And
You'll be
stuff.
gone. No, you'll just be gone and vanish.
Yeah. All right.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyway, though, so Marvel producer Kevin Feige, if you don't know the name, you definitely have seen his name on pretty much every single Marvel Studios movie that is, in addition to the new Spider-Man movies that are coming out. Everybody thinks that he's the one who runs it over at Marvel Studios. Sort of true, but he's got to report to somebody, okay? He's not reporting, though, to the same person that he used to. Now he is going to be reporting directly to the one of the guys over at Disney. He's actually going to be reporting directly to Disney Studios boss Alan Horn. Going forward, instead of Marvel Entertainment CEO Isaac Ike Perlmutter. This is a big thing because Feige almost, because of this whole thing... All right, so Marvel is, how do I say this? That guy whose name I can't pronounce, he was running Marvel TV.
Okay.
And he was also running Marvel movies, from what I understand, if I read that correctly.
Was it Boba Fett?
Yeah. Anyway,
I still give him a fist bump.
Perlmutter. I'm pronouncing it right now. Give me a little credit where credit is due, okay?
No.
So... what was going on is he was reporting to this guy, Perlmutter, and just, and it spun out of control over like the whole, maybe even going all the way back to Age of Ultron, even though too.
He was hating on that. That was a good film.
It wasn't Feige. It was just this guy, Perlmutter, just like the decisions that were made with that, decisions that have been made with Captain America Civil War. Maybe it was the story, the characters, and so forth. Now you have Feige who's going directly to the Disney guy and just saying, okay, well, now Marvel's reorganizing shop with Perlmutter and a whole bunch of other crew over there too. Because some will say that their TV series have been better as opposed to the movies. Some will say vice versa. Okay? We've all seen Phase 2, or, if you want to knock out Thor: The Dark World out of it, that's fine. If you even want to knock out Ant-Man, exactly.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry if you want to squash Ant-Man.
The puns.
Yes. But it's just now the question's going to be like, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing for Marvel movies? Now,
You're already this far along. You got what? How many?
Yeah.
You got 3 phases total, did they say?
At least.
I don't know how they're going to set up for
Yeah, I mean, now you have Chris Evans saying, "Oh yeah, Marvel, I want to come back and do more movies." Yeah, past Infinity War.
I mean,
too. So I mean,
It's
yeah.
possible.
So I mean, the setup for Captain America: Civil War has apparently been there for quite a while now,
Yeah.
too. This guy Feige, I mean, whether he might be the brainchild of this whole thing, because he was producing with other Marvel Studios companies before. I'm sorry, Marvel Entertainment Group before it was Marvel Studios. So is this a good thing that he's going to be on his own and just pretty much calling more shots, as opposed to what we've had before? Because let's face it, I mean, I will
Could
say
this mean
Marvel Studios movies are good.
They're good.
Okay,
They
I won't.
make-
I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy,
compared to what
Avengers.
we've had in prior, let's be honest, in terms of Marvel films, it's like, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because it's like we actually have stuff that's decent and entertaining
Right.
to watch. I mean, they
But
come out
Marvel
really-
movies have the same formula,
They
though,
do.
and
They
that's what I'm
always
afraid
fall.
of. And is it because of him? Is it because of the writers group that was over there that's not going to be anymore?
that
Or-
it could change it up a bit.
Yeah.
We don't know until I guess we have those information in front of us.
Because
Unless we finally see one film done just by him by itself, produced just
Yeah.
that, and then we'll see like, oh, you can see
Right.
where the contrast is in there, like how much of the studio, the writers or whatever had
Right.
say in it. So
Right. It'd be like comparing it to, say, Star Wars. If you have George Lucas calling the shots, all on his own, instead of having different writers and directors saying, well, I'm going to go do this, and,
yeah,
so,
we've already had to deal with the prequels.
yes. So I don't want that to turn into the prequels
Okay.
or whatever, the next phase, however they decide to go about it. I will say that the formula and, with Marvel right now is very,
It's
predictable.
It is predictable. I mean,
If it ain't
what's going
broke,
on.
don't fix it, though.
Exactly,
Yeah,
though.
true.
I mean, it is they make a lot of money, even with a movie that was, so, I don't know, hated upon before he even came out. Ant-Man ended up doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I will say that it ended up doing pretty good.
It did well, but it's still, we already know going into it, it's like, yeah, it's Ant-Man.
Yeah, and I mean,
you got a few chuckles out of it.
We
you got
gave
that,
it a
but,
3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think. No, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I'm sorry.
but that's the only way that they could have done with it, let's be honest.
Yeah. Now this also draws another question. Is that the reason that Edgar Wright didn't end up, working out, though, too? All these questions are arising now, too. Is this the reason because, Joss Whedon's Avengers 2 didn't work out the way that some would have hoped?
He wanted it a certain way. Maybe there's a director's cut in there.
I thought he said there wouldn't be a director's cut.
Nah,
I could be
I'm making
wrong.
jokes, I know.
I know. You're just full of them tonight, buddy. You really are. Yeah. Whatever that was in that sub that you had. I mean,
That was a
obviously.
sub, that was a shawarma.
Oh. Speaking of which, touche.
Aha.
Ah. Anyway, though, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, Marvel movies are, they're a sure thing, JR. That's what they are. They're a sure thing. So, I mean, everybody knows a new Marvel movie's coming out. We have at least 2 right now, maybe even coming up to 3 a year. So we know that it's going to be at least something, a good popcorn flick to go see.
One in the winter, one in the beginning of the summer, one at the end of the summer.
I don't know.
how
Usually
they do it?
starts in April, middle, summer, and fall, I would imagine.
Okay.
So it would be like saying, oh, we're going to tweak the formula of Coca-Cola and see if anybody notices.
It's just like the new Coke.
Try the new Coke. It's the same thing, but it's in a different label. Oh, well, that changes
Yeah.
everything.
That will make Coca-Cola
It's the Mexican
classic.
cola that they sell, don't you?
With extra Coke.
Hey.
Hey.
Anyway, no. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, boys, anything else you guys got?
I think
Nothing
I'm
going
good.
on? No. It was a pretty newsworthy week, all things considered, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Recommendations, though, if you guys got any out there.
Well, I've been talking about Metal Gear, so I won't talk about Metal Gear instead. Mad Max, actually, both the movie and the game are out. So
I know that you can, if you do want to test it, you can at least Redbox the video game if you can find it.
yeah, if you can find it, just give it a try out there. I should get around to it. It's looking pretty good. Reviews are kind of all over the map for it, though, I will say, but they're kind of the general positive area, especially. So Probably lowest I saw was like a 7, shall we say, because there was like it gets kind of repetitive, I think, but it's an open world. It's an open world style Mad Max game, so just driving around that wasteland area in the car. So,
Gotcha.
But a prequel to the movie, to Fury Road, but still, yeah, the movie itself, gorgeous, I must say.
I mean, the pictures you showed me were really good.
Yeah,
So,
and that's from using the screenshot mode that's in the game. I do a similar thing with like a GTA, but if I get that, I probably do similar style screenshots as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, maybe for the holidays for myself, I'm holding off.
Well,
Metal Gear Sega.
we have
Metal Gear Sega.
Metal Gear. When's Black Ops 3 coming out?
That'll be November
we got time for that.
7th, 8th, yeah. And then we also then a week after that or something, I think it's November 17th, Star Wars Battlefront will be out as well.
Wait. What was the date? I'm sorry.
It's like November 17th or whatever.
we got
that
time
Tuesday.
for that. We got
we got
plenty of time
time.
for that.
But
Okay.
the beta for that, which will be out for all platforms apparently, EA is saying it's going to be out sometime in October.
Far around the
So
corner. Okay.
look out for that, buddies. Try that at least.
Thanks.
We can at least get
Appreciate
an idea to see how it plays.
I wonder how many days off if I get employed. No, I'm just kidding. Two-parter. First, a quick shout-out. Friend of the show's John Adkins, a.k.a. Havoc, is down right now in Florida, representing all of Ravens Nation in the NFL's annual What a Fan sweepstakes. So big shout-out to him. Hopefully brings home the trophy to Baltimore. And recommendation, actually go ahead with the game Rise, Son of Rome. Bought that a few days ago, finally started it. The gameplay wasn't necessarily long, but
Gorgeous looking.
beautiful story-wise, it was pretty awesome. It was just kind of a different taste of things. You know, you play as a gladiator, you tell your story of how you start low in the ranks and become the hero that you are and all that. But, only thing I was really missing was Joaquin Phoenix and Russell Crowe, and it would have been Gladiator, the video game.
Very close to it, yeah.
It's I'd highly recommend it. It was entertaining while I was playing it, as short as it may have been.
You can get it pretty cheap now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was. I think it was about like $18 used at GameStop or something. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
So highly recommend it. Rise, Son of Rome for Xbox One.
All right, very good.
And PC too.
I wish I could say there was really something in theaters. Oh, wait. There is, though.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, wait. There's more. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't used this one tonight. I got to use this.
Agent 47.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of that.
Nah, there's just a slight bit of good news. I just looked up the date. Mad Max is returning to theaters this week in 3D IMAX. So once payday hits, then definitely get out there and go see that. Like we said, definitely get the full 3D IMAX experience with this, just because of how George Miller shot this movie.
Just visually stunning.
Visually,
for what they did.
yeah.
Again, there's a lot of
it happens so fast that I did
special
want to
effects
go.
that he used
Yeah.
for that, especially in CGI. He had to do
Right.
just get those color tones and everything else. But still, it's still a great looking movie.
It was. I mean,
Yeah.
this is one you have to see in theaters. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't watch it at home,
Your
which I will be
TV's
doing.
all right, but-
Yeah, I mean, you can actually. It is actually out now to buy. I need to,
Yeah.
to put that on my birthday wish list, as a matter of fact.
Nah,
There too.
what's a Blu-ray?
I like having the Blu-ray copy. Maybe we'll save that for another time.
Okay.
Having a copy of a movie as opposed to, having the HD version of it and so
Okay.
forth, though, too. Other than that, though, I mean, Transporter Refueled, Hitman, Agent 47. The Visit is one that M. Night Shyamalan is.
And Shamalama Ding Dong.
Those trailers look so trippy and funny.
I haven't even seen them, so I
Psychopathic
can't.
looking grandma just, would you mind getting inside of the oven to clean it?
What? Wow. Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan strikes again, and that's him who gets into the oven.
Surprise! He pulls a George Takei in
Hope he
there.
can redeem himself from the crappening. I mean, the happening.
Or
Yeah,
Devil.
when was the last good movie we saw?
Signs.
Signs, yeah.
He peaked
The Visit,
way too
or
early.
Not The Visit. What's the one where he was with Joaquin Phoenix?
The Village?
Yeah, The
Village?
Village.
Yeah.
That was a letdown. That really was, because it looks so good.
I'm telling you, he peaked way too early. You had, what was it, Unbreakable, was it?
Six
Yeah.
Signs,
Six
Unbreakable,
Signs.
Signs, and then...
And then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, well, Sixth Sense, I mean, is only one you can watch maybe once, I think,
Yeah,
if that.
but
I mean,
still-
it was such a good movie, though,
Yeah,
too.
it was good setup.
when Bruce Willis was not, making bad movies.
Actually, as weird as it was, Lady in the Water wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Didn't
That's
see
I
that
interesting.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
one.
so
Paul
Lady in the
Giamatti,
Water.
he owns. Paul Giamatti owns M Night a lot for that one. He was the lead.
He did that. He did last Avatar: Last Airbender. So that's
oh, he did After Earth. That's right. That was his last one. That was his last big one. Was After Earth.
he
with
did
Will
After
Smith.
Earth.
With Will Smith.
No way.
Okay. Well, he better get back
No
into
wonder
it.
it sucked.
Yeah. Anyway, though, so Mad Max it is. Yeah, but I guess that's about all we got then, right?
Yep.
I guess so. That's our cue. Execute anyway. In the meantime, check us out at thebanteringbos.com. There you will find links to all of our latest shows and all the various social media networks, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Gentlemen, have a great week.
You as well.
And to everyone... What?
Nothing.
Yeah, anyway. And everyone listening, thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next week. Peace out.
Red Fox, I'm out.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. Hey there, folks. Do make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Bantering Bows. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Bantering Bows. Thank you, and deuces.